welcome back to my channel. So today is day 40 of the daily arithmetic challenge. And on the screen are the first 6 questions for you to have a go at. Now as we're getting towards the end of the paper, you can see that you've got some 2-mark questions coming in there, so definitely think about the method that you're going to be using for this one. Number 25 is 13 and 4,225, so it's 4,225 divided by 13. Once you've had a go at doing all of these, press play, look at the next ones that are going to come up on the next screen, and then when you've done all of them in total, we'll go through the answers. Okay, time to go through the answers. We've got 1,482 divided by 6. So for this one, I would have definitely used the method, the bus stop method, how we've been doing it at school. Write out your 6 times tables. There is no point in making silly mistakes with times tables. Write them out to start off with. Then you can see how much goes into each number, and you can carry across the value if it's too small. So the answer for that one is 247. Number 22, we've got 13 subtract 7.20. So when you would have done this one in a method, the 7 should have gone underneath the 3 in 13. There would have been nothing underneath the 1. You could have put 0.00 after the 13 if you wanted to, because obviously you're going to be doing some exchanging across the values there. So the answer for that one is 5.98. Number 23, so the first of the 2-mark questions here. You have got 63 multiplied by 52. So remember, first of all, ignore that 5 because we know it's really a 50. And do 63 times 2. And then go back and do 63 times 5. But remember to put your 0 there first because you're timesing by a tens number. And then you should have added the 2 answers that you got there together to get the answer 3,276. Number 24 is another decimal subtraction. So remember, everything will be fine as long as your decimal points are in line with each other, one on top of the other. So the answer to that one is 9.03. Number 25, this was also a 2-mark question. Now remember, we don't expect you to know your 13 times tables off the top of your head. You can literally add 13 on every single time, and I would always recommend writing out the first 5 numbers in the 13 times tables. You can always go back and add more to it, but there's not always any point in going up to the 10th value because you might not need it to go up that far. So for this one, you should have got the answer 325. Number 26, we've got 1/4 multiplied by 1/7. Love multiplying fractions questions. They are easy as pie. So it is just 1 multiplied by 1, so the 2 numerators multiplied together, and then 4 multiplied by 7, so both denominators multiplied together, and that gives me the answer 1/28. This one's quite a nice one. I would have found 50% of the number first, so obviously remember 50% is half of that number, so you'd be looking for 240. I would then try and find 5%. Now I could do this by finding 10%, which would be 48, and then halving it, which would be 24. Or if I obviously know that 50% is 240, 5% is going to be 10 less than that, so it's going to go from 240 to 24. And then you would add those 2 numbers together, which would give you the answer 267. Number 28, a straightforward subtraction question, definitely going to be using some exchanging here. We'll definitely need to use column method, so for that one, you have got 525,361. Number 29, another 2-mark answer question here. So it's exactly the same as the last one that we did. Circle that 4 so that we know that we're dealing with a tens number. Then you would multiply 625 by 7, and then 625 by 4, but remembering to put your 0 first because obviously you are multiplying by a tens number. So you should have got the answer 29,375. And then the last question, so for this question I would have separated out my whole number and my fraction, and I would have done 20 multiplied by 3, which is 60, and then I would have done 20 multiplied by half. That is literally just asking you to find half of 20, so obviously half of 20 is 10, 60 and 10 added together is 70.